And a Holland restaurant owner was back in court today. She was thrown in jail after violating COVID orders and then refusing to close down her restaurant.
Fox 17's Michael Martin has been following this case as it moves through the courts.
Yeah, several items being discussed in court Friday. One, MARLENA'S attorney Robert Baker saying they have still yet to receive an accurate transcript of MARLENA'S initial arraignment, wanting to clear that up before proceeding. Also asking the court to return the $15,000 in fines she so far paid. The judge denying both of those requests Friday, but her attorney saying eventually they'll take this case to a higher court.
MDARD versus Zante, Inc.
Friday morning, attorney for Marlena Pavlos Hackney, the Holland restaurant owner, arrested and put in jail for allegedly failing to comply with local health orders and keeping her restaurant open despite COVID restrictions, back in court over Zoom.
Just to remind everyone, we're resuming the hearing that we started a week or so ago.
Marlena was released from Ingham County Jail back on March 23rd. Only after proving that her restaurant, MARLENA'S Bistro and Pizzeria in Holland, was shut down and paying fines totaling $15,000. In court Friday,
depending on how you rule today, appellate review is most likely in the future. So the transcript as it sits is still erroneous pursuant to my pleadings.
Marlena's attorney, Robert Baker, asked the court to deem a transcript their team had been provided of Marlena's initial arraignment as erroneous and to provide them with audio and video from the hearing if it exists.
It was interesting that she shot down our transcript argument because there were about almost 40 amendments done after we filed the motion.
Despite Baker providing this list of 37 apparent errors in the transcript.
And I'm not blaming her stenographer because it was not a standard hearing that went down. The case was never called. The parties were never called.
Judge Wanda Stokes ruled the errors were not substantial enough to warrant further review.
All of these are common kinds of corrections that you would expect to see and have corrected after a hearing, which is what court reporters do. They clean up the transcript after because they're taking shorthand.
But Baker disagrees.
She asked for me by name a couple of times. That wasn't in the transcript. But evidently in that court in Ingham County, that's not substantive.
He also asked the court to return the $15,000 Marlena has so far paid in fines, but was denied there as well.
The $7,500 was the penalty for failure to comply prior to the hearing, and an additional $7,500 was assessed for being in violation at the time that she was standing before the court. Not in compliance.
Baker said in an interview after the hearing that eventually he wants to test the constitutionality of the order Marlena was charged under, which was issued by the state's Department of Agricultural and Rural Development.
What I suspect we're heading to is federal court, and we're going to test all of the constitutionality of what the governor is doing as far as the COVID restrictions, because they are and this is just my humble opinion, unconstitutional, as were the executive orders.
Now, we did reach out to the Michigan Department of Agriculture and Rural Development for a statement following the hearing, who said in part that the MDARD remains ready to work with Marlena on a path toward resolution. Unfortunately, as of yet, the establishment has not agreed to work with MDARD to resolve the instant case or take the steps necessary for reinstatement of their food service establishment license. But Marlena's attorney told me in a conversation that is a mischaracterization of the situation, saying in a conversation with the AG's office he had recently, they directed him to first work with the local health department in Allegan County before proceeding, saying they have not at any point declined to work with the MDARD. For now, in the newsroom, Michael Martin, Fox 17 News.